What's up, guys? Welcome to your ROR for wow, watching this game. Milwaukee's crowd is great. I can't remember when the last time they were in the LCS. I'm guessing it was '82 when they were in the World Series when they were in the American League. Pretty sure. Anyways, and I think they already chased Kershaw out of here. Okay, guys, very good reviews. Man, here's my thing. I hate writing things down because I hate having to look at a paper, but I also know if I don't, I'm going to forget some shit that I wanted to say. So, Bobby Brown won 2-1, which, well, I guess I'm not surprised. I kind of figured Jim would pick AC/DC, but Jim, I'm glad that you actually didn't hate Bobby Brown. Let me see. First of all, the AC/DC song to me, I don't know when I heard it. I was watching college football recently, and one of the teams came out to that song, and the network, I think it was ABC, was like actually focusing just on that. Like they were like showing the crowd and the guys coming out of the tunnel, and the song sounded different to me in that environment. It's a good song when you're just driving in the car, but when it's in an environment like a sporting event, holy shit, it was incredible. And then I looked for the video, and I remember the video with all the guys, like all the kids or the people, whoever was, chanting from what looked like jail cells or something. I thought that was pretty cool. But and like to Jason's point, I don't remember the beginning when they're showing the drums and then the guitar and then Angus with his dance from underneath. Like to me, that was great. And the song is so good. It's great. I love it. I love it a lot. And I love it more since I heard it in the environment that I heard it in. So, and the Bobby Brown song, I stumbled upon across that months ago. Didn't know if it'd be a good matchup. Then I said, you know what? We're on a wild card. Really, just whatever. Throw whatever we want out there. I'm glad it went over pretty well. So, Jim, again, glad you didn't hate Bobby Brown. It's kind of good that it's kind of probably the first time you've heard it and you liked it. So, and that song is Jason. That came out in summer of '89. Because, in like Jim, you didn't know what Ghostbuster was for. It was Ghostbusters 2, released in '89. That video was summer of '89. So, Don, to your point, you were probably still jamming that and your senior season of football, which is great. So we'll get to Jim. Jim, where I know you were in your yard on the deck, but where was the running water coming from? Or was I mistaken that sound? It's like we're right next to a river. Kind of threw me off. Unless that was the fire, but it sounded like a river. What else? Jim, I like how you said AC/DC is simplistic, and you are right. Again, you sandwich them between the grunge and hair bands, and yeah, AC/DC has always just kept it 100% real with what they do. And you're right about that Angus Young. He's a freaking weirdo, but he owns it and he's stuck with it. So you gotta have some respect for that. Um, you taught me about who this Malcolm Young guy. This Malcolm Young guy must have been the bass player, and you said he died. And that drummer, um, was he? That's the first time I ever noticed a bald drummer. Was he new when this song came out, or was he always part of AC/DC? You don't have to respond to that if you don't want to, but I was just wondering about that. I'm glad to hear about Joy. I'll tell you what, I know Diane had a hysterectomy, and a few other girls I know. I know it's some major shit, man. It's like not only the physical but the mental, like taking out your female parts. I know it's that's some deep shit. So I'm glad she's doing well, and hope she keeps doing good. with that. But the fact that she is doing well, she's got some nice little break here from work. That's nice. Put the shit on mute because it's bothering me. Okay, what else I got to say about Jim? Oh, Jim, you said AC/DC could win it, and I thought that if they, man, they're not even going to advance, but I thought if they did win this, that they'd have a good chance to run the table too. But maybe Bobby Brown will make the run. We'll see. Jay Sony. Oh, Jim, by the way, I'm going to try really, really hard tomorrow to get down there. I don't have to work. I don't go until Sunday night. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go, but I hate committing to something in case something with Jacob comes up or something, or my lazy gene gets the best of me. So I hate committing and say I will be there. So I'm not going to say I will be there, but there is a really good chance I'll be there. I'll put it that way. Sounds like a a good time. A little CCR band in there. Oh, you mentioned the Giants. I'll just say this. Listen, Eli's done. He's awful. OBJ, since that interview they did with him and Lil Wayne, he's gotten worse. You're right. It's a shit show. I think that whole locker room is toxic right now, and losing is not helping anything. And yeah, it's time for Eli to hang it the fuck up. Yeah, he's a great guy. He won two. You know what? It's fucking 2018. We're almost in 2019. You gotta you gotta get rid of him. That's it. And Barkley is a stud. He's gonna be a stud for a long time. So can't argue with the draft pick. Okay, Jay. Oh, you talked about the two-time submission. I have. It is so weird that you said that because I really thought for a while all week, did somebody already select a song? I know somebody picked AC/DC, but I think it was their older stuff in the 80s. So unless Don or Jim want to confirm putting the song out there before, which they didn't, I think we're safe. But yeah, I thought about. It's weird that you said that. I thought about that since like Tuesday. Of like, if I put this out there, I'm gonna get blasted if it's a resubmission. Uh, we talked about the camera work, which I agreed with. It was great. Um, I don't know what's going on with your phone again. Maybe you had it, or maybe your AC was on, but it was pretty rattly. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. You talked about the underrated song by Bobby Brown. Absolutely, 100% agree with that. The video also, yeah. And you talked about Christopher Reeve. You said Reeves. Isn't it Christopher Reeve? I think you're thinking of Coach Reeves from White Shadow, maybe. It's dark in here. Um, I think it's, but yeah, holy shit. Seeing him there and like what great shape he was in, man, for Christ's sake, he was Superman. To the fast forward to him like drilling and slurping on a straw, and oh my god. Unbelievable. It's so bad. Let's see. The dances you talked about, Chris. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't pick up on the cameo by Big Daddy Kane in that video. Big Daddy Kane and Dougie Fresh doing some little cameo when Bobby was up there on the buildings doing his shit. But yeah, for this day, that video was great because it really looked like he was on those buildings and people are seeing it and being caught off guard by it was great. Seeing a young Trump was pretty cool. I think I know what your theme is, but what am I gonna do? I can't say it because I don't want to give it away. I think I know what your theme is because I think if I had another theme, I would pick this theme. And you gave the hint that Thunderstruck was kind of would have been a good pick for it. I think I know your theme. Sounds like you had a shitty week at work. So did I. This one's gonna suck too. I'll tell you what. Whatever. Fucking life blows. Work sucks. Everything blows. I got Friday night video fights. Don, I'm glad you did the survey with Alex. I gotta do one with him tomorrow, maybe. Um, yes, he stopped over last week, and as far as being proud, absolutely. but it's like so weird. Like I remember myself at that age. Holy shit. Um, yeah, not even close to doing shit like that. It's just weird. I'm super proud of him. I just want to make sure that he still has his shit straight, priorities, but whatever. That's for another time. But very proud of him. He's really into his job. He's getting a lot of attention from his bosses and like these big wigs that want to meet with him. I mean, he's still an intern, but he's getting a lot of praise from people that work there. So super proud, and it's just crazy, man. He's an adult. Sometimes I still don't feel like an adult. It's just really surreal sometimes. You had a great pause in your thing. Just that's great. Just you just absorbed the surroundings of your house at that moment. It was pretty cool. That pause is it's great. Um, how do you say that ACDC song did nothing for you? I think that's definitely because you probably listened to it. Oh, I don't know when you would listen to it. Maybe the family was around, but how does that song do nothing for you? That struck me as weird that you said that. Yeah, Bobby Brown. You said he was a badass. I'll tell you what. When he left New Edition and went solo, he had a 2 to 4 year span where he was. I always said back in the day he was Michael Jackson, but at an updated version of Michael Jackson. The dancing, the singing, he was cooler than Michael in a way, just more hip. He wasn't the freaking Michael had become a weirdo. He was he was the king. He was amazing. His videos were great. He had that swag with him. He was just amazing. And then him and Whitney got together, and I don't know what the hell happened, but they both fell to shit. I know it had to do with drugs. Um, but yeah, it's sad. It's really sad to see what happened to him. And he just looks like shit now. Just looks like shit. Lost his daughter last year. Ugh, that's terrible. But watching these videos is refreshing. It brings you back to some good old times. I can't believe that you have again a 6 a.m. start time. It'd be terrible if you had to wake up at 6. It'd be worse if you had to be there at 6. But face off is at 6 a.m. I mean, you got to get there at 5, right? 5:30. It is appalling to me. I can't believe it. It's amazing. I don't know what to say about it. I touched on that last year. It's terrible. I don't know how why they would do that. It's hockey. Our games from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I mean, you can't start those games at. I think 8 would be pushing it. Wow, that's nuts to me. I don't know what else there is to say. I think I covered everything. I hope, Jim, I'm going to try to see you tomorrow. I think I'm going to do it. I think it's going to work. Let's see. Jay, oh Jay, you talked about the LCS, and I totally am with you, especially on the NFL. The conference championship day is way better than Super Bowl. Fucking way better. It's amazing. The Super Bowl is this stupid people getting together. They don't know what they're looking at, and you're trying to watch a game. People are eating fucking avocado dip and making dumb statements and happy about the commercials. So it is what it is. But you're absolutely right about the LCS. I don't know. The World Series is great, but the Final Four, even the Elite Eight, and what other sport? Baseball, football, hockey. Don't give a shit. Basketball. Well, NBA. Who cares? You guys don't care about the NBA. I guess that's it. Bobby Brown wins. I'm repeating myself. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, great night tonight. I had dinner with mom and dad. We went out for dinner. Listen. We all know what's going on. I mean, dad is just older. And I'm by no means I'm not going to talk about Dad, but I just wanted to share some things with you. Um, oh, Jesus, some of the things that some of the our waitress introduced herself to us, and her name happened to be Hillary. And like, Dad can't just take a second, Dad. Just take a second and pause and think. Ah, oh, geez, your name's Hillary. We're gonna have a problem. That's what he said. Your name's Hillary. Like, oh my God. This and this girl, to her credit, just like smiled. Maybe she didn't know what the fuck he was referring to. Obviously, he hates Hillary Clinton, so maybe she didn't even know what he was referring to. Or if she did, she was just like, hmm. But so, anyways, there was that, and then again, um, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Blowing your nose at the table in a crowded room. There was no booths. There's like 12 tables. I'd say 8 of them were full. Pulling out the handkerchief and just crushing it with snot. And then it's not just a blow, it's like, and then to get everything else out. And then putting it in your pocket. Like, the whole handkerchief thing in the first place is a fucking disgusting thing. It's not 1912. Like, I know that happened. Probably because they didn't have tissues back then. Uh, there was that, and I hate talk, but I'm talking to you guys. I'll probably have to delete this video in case someday it gets out, fucking ends up somewhere where Dad can see it. But there was that, and then there was a birthday at the table next to us, and the fuckers came out and they sang that corny ass shit for a grown ass woman, not a kid, and whatever, they did their thing. Things quieted down. And I don't know if Dad made eye contact with the husband, but he said, oh, first of all, after they sang, like, they walked away, and everybody sat, and Dad started clapping. Like, god damn. And I think his intentions are fine, but he's like, it's just like it's like one seal, just clapping, and it's funny, but it's not, but it is. And then he probably made eye contact with the husband, and he goes, and it was for the wife. It was her birthday. He goes, and they had a little kid there. And Dad goes, "How old is he?" And the guy goes, "Huh?" And Mom, to her credit, said, "It was for the wife. The birthday was for the wife." Like, and Dad just dropped it. He didn't say anything, and the guy didn't say anything back. But it's just, I hope you guys don't blast me for this. It was just uncomfortable. That's all. That's all. I love them to death. It was great hanging out with them. It really was. We had a great time. But those things, just like, um, whatever. I'm just gonna end it on that. So you guys have a good weekend, and Jim, hope we see you tomorrow, guys. I'll see you next week on the videos later.